Good morning. This is Dr. Peter Bernstein. I'm the executive director of the Bernstein Institute for Trauma, and I have some exciting news to share. Things that we have been working toward for a good 3.5 years about the evolution of our work, the changes that have been occurring, and rightfully so, and we see it as a very positive change. But we're moving from the the clinical perspective on trauma and its treatment and resolution to something that we feel is certainly an improvement. And we're moving into something that has a lot more to do with mentoring and life coaching. There's a reason for it. We have seen over the last 3.5 years, particularly dealing with veterans, that there has been a stigma that's associated with mental health, which really a lot of people see as mental illness. Um, and it's a negative association that they have with it, that they feel that would consider them weak, unreliable, sick, not doing well. And the clinical perspective definitely has emphasized that for a long time, and we've seen it. I've been in the business world of psychotherapy for many, many years, 48 years, and I am so glad that we are now evolving into mentoring and coaching. I'm thrilled about it because it puts us in a much more positive realm of helping people come through the impact of trauma in their lives. This has evolved. I think it came from a symposium and a conference we went to. We were treating Navy SEALs at the time, and they spoke about post traumatic stress, not post traumatic stress disorder. And there was a reason for it. And the reason was simple. They didn't want to be considered weak, they didn't want to be considered disabled in any way or unreliable. And in some ways, it began to make an imprint on me that we were also dealing with this in the world at large. That many, many people were not being attracted to receiving help of some sort for effects of trauma and difficulty in their life because they didn't want to be labeled as sick. We have, in the last 3 years, made a very determined effort to diffuse stigma. And we're more interested in helping folks through their pain, through their difficulties and the effects of it, and getting them back on their feet, not just indulging in the past and digging up the past over and over again and not really improving their lives. So we've been very much shifted into an emphasis of helping folks have a better life, actually coming through their sufferings and their struggles and their pain, not seeing it as something negative, but seeing it as a source of improved resilience, which we really put a great deal of emphasis on. We call it post-traumatic growth. We call it improvement in life and living a better life and seeing your strengths not as something that because you've been wounded or scarred or gone through difficulties, making you weaker or less effective, but instead seeing you embrace a new kind of resilience. It's through your adversity and difficulty. And drawing upon that, adding new parts to it as you heal, and coming out to be a whole lot more effective than you were before. And it prepares you for the new life that we are all facing, the changes, the upheavals, the chaos, the difficulties that are part of life. Adversity isn't a special condition. It's a real condition that we all have to face in life. Not to live in denial, not to bury ourselves in fantasies and bury our head in the sand, but to realize this is part of life too. And we want to be ready for it. And we want to be prepared in a positive way. The Bernstein Institute is now very well equipped and experienced to help others reach the same kind of flexibility, mobility, improvement without being mentally ill. Anyway, thank you so much. We want to hope that this announcement reaches a whole lot more people and takes the pressure off of them to let them know that there is hope, even when things are really difficult and dark. So hang in there. We're right here for you if you need us. And we're so pleased to be able to make this announcement. Take care, and we look forward to talking to you soon. Bye-bye.